Greetings, it's Ian from RTO, and welcome to Album Ranking by Moonlight. It sort of seems like I'm always doing these in the dark at the moment. Anyway, we have got for you today a little known British prog band called Clear Blue Sky, who are more popular in Italy than their own country. And they were formed in London, in Acton, by John Sims on guitar, Mark Cheether on bass, Ken White on drums, and they were first called Jug Blues. Then they changed to Matus and then to X. Their manager Ashley Kolzak was impressed with them, so they were given a record deal with Vertigo and they changed their name to Clear Blue Sky. They're a mixture of progressive and psychedelic rock in an unusually mature way, considering when they formed they were only 18. They were forgotten. They made the one album, they disappeared, and they come back in the 90s. And they've made 5 albums now. They're all pretty good. There is not really a bad album here. I like them all. So we'll have a look today. So coming in at number 5, we have got the 5th album, and it came out in 2007, and it's called Gateway to the Seventh Dimension. So we've got John Sims on guitars, Ted Landon plays bass on here, Ken White is on drums, and Maxine Martin does percussion and backing vocals. First track on here is called Edge of the Sky. It's a really good track, some nice intricate riffs on this. John Sims, fine vocal. It's a pretty decent track. I like that track. Then we have Blue Star of India and Ultramarine, another excellent track. The drumming from Ken White is excellent on this, very solid track. Then we have Love in a Spiritual Awakening, one of my favourites off this album. I think the guitar solo on this is excellent. The Unseen Place, it's a very short piece. It's got guitar and sound effects on this, pretty decent, which leads nicely into the next track, Vision at Shibar. My favourite track on here, it's got that sort of really early sound of Clear Blue Sky, and the guitar work is great from John on this. Excellent track all round. Up next is Voice Across the Water, Opal Essence, Atmospheric. What a bass line. This is Ted Landon. It's a really groovy one. It's got a lot of intricate pieces in it. It's excellent. Then we have the title track, Gateway to the Seventh Dimension, another good old-fashioned prog done in a modern way. A little bit of psychedelia in there as well. It's a really, really good track. Then Dance Into the Light. I think this has got a haunting thing, especially them backing vocals from Maxine. Excellent track. Then we have Galaxy of Dreams and Intramural Mid-Space. Very space rocky. It really sounds like Rush in their early 70s as well. I really like that track. Final Stand, another great. This is dominated by drum and bass. Really good track. Then we have Jupiter's Gypsy in Emergence. Not a bad track. Atmospheric, bit of space rock in there. Pretty good. Very good album. You can't really compare it with anything else because they only made the one album in their beginning. So I think this is really, really good. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 4, we have the 4th album from 2004, and it's called Mirror of Stars. John Sims is on vocals and guitars. Playing bass and vocals is Krasnet Montpellier. Maxine Martin is on vocals and percussion. And Ken White is on the drums. First track is the title track, called Mirror of Stars. We have a good opening track, lots of atmosphere, great riffs on the guitar from John Sims, and some more super drumming from Ken White. Up next is The Passage of Time, one of my favourites on here. The vocals are quite interesting, gives it a lot of atmosphere. Solo is excellent from John on that one. Then we have Vextra. The vocal on here sounds like Geddy Lee with just a tone down. The solo on this is really, really good. Then we have Hello Earth, a really good track, catchy tune. The drum timing is really unique. That's what I love about prog drumming. It's a unique timing. Fly, excellent bass line here from this Krasny or Krasnet, I don't know how he pronounces it. Excellent track. Mardi, For Your Love, really space rock. This is the guitar riff is excellent and the solo is great as well. Lucindra, The City of Light, a very mellow track, really relaxing, some nice textures on this one, excellent track. Say, it's okay, it's probably one of the weaker tracks on here. It doesn't seem to fit in anywhere. It's a bit of an oddball on this album. Stargaze 777, very good track, very atmospheric. It's got some really, it's very psychedelic, which is great hearing it in the 21st century. Then the Eye of the Cosmos, my favourite track, really good rock track, nice riff, strong vocal with a really good bass line. Then we have Time Lord Speak, which is a very melodic track, strong riffs and an excellent guitar solo on it as well. And the last track, Into the Night, just very solid, got just nice touches on it. It's just a really sort of good track to end the album. Another good album. I just really enjoyed this. There's only one way to describe it. It's got some excellent tracks on it. Not really a bad track on it at all. Okay, we've got Say, which is a little bit odd, but the rest of it is excellent. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.5. Okay, coming in at number 3 is the third album from 1996, and it's called Cosmic Crusader. We've got John Sims on guitar, Ken White on the drums. Now we've got Adam Lewis on keyboards, Maxine Sims on backing vocals, and Krasny Montpellier on bass. The first track is called Earth the Rock. Wonderful, atmospheric, some lovely tones on the guitars. Good track. The Age of Dinosaurs, isn't it? It's a great song. The best bit is the bit in the middle where you get this lovely percussion and guitar thing going on. Very good. Every Living Thing. The vocals and between John and Maxine are fantastic on here. It's a lovely sort of play on words and wonderful song. The Serpent's Venom, another solid track. Some lovely wah-wah guitar work on here from John. Excellent. Picture Puzzle comes next. Second favourite track on here. Again, we got that lovely interplay with vocals between John and Maxine. It's a very melodic rock track. Highway of Fire. I think Maxine's backing vocal is the impressive bit on this, and that bass line, which I like how this builds up. Very good track. People of Darkness. There's some nice guitar solos on this. It's 2 or 3 little intricate bits. It's quite mellow as well. Supernatural. John's riffs are great on it. It's a killer track, one of the best tracks on the album. But the favourite track, and it's the last track, and it's the title track, Cosmic Crusader. Absolutely stunning. Ambient, nice textures, really great prog for the night in the 90s. Excellent. I would say out of the 3 later albums, this is the best. It really shines above the others, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 7.7. Okay, coming in at number 2 is their second album, and I've included this. It came out in 1990, and it's called Destiny, and it's a collection of recordings that was done between 1971 and 1975 by the original lineup of John Sims, Mark Sheether and Ken White. First track is my favourite, and it's the title track, Destiny. What a track. Good old pressure from 70s prog here. The bass line from Mark is terrific. Awesome track. Pickup comes next. Ken's drumming is the highlight of this, and you've got some great drumming here from Ken, as I said, and Mark's bass line is really good. Bottom of Your Soul, this belongs to John Sims. His guitar work is wonderful, nice effects as well. Follow the Light, bass line from Mark is terrific. Another fine vocal from John, super track. Back on the Road Again, very, very good. Like the track, good guitars. Vagabonds is next. It's, I don't know, it's not one of the best tracks on the album, but it's a bit ordinary for them. It's very standard, but it's a good track, but there's nothing intricate on it. When I Call Your Name, I love this. It's got some saxophone on it, not quite sure who plays it, but it's great. But there's a nice rhythm guitar as well from John on that one. Waiting for the Day. Again, it's a little bit standard, but it's not a bad track, but it has got a great guitar solo on it. Killing Time. I love the riff on this. Really is meaty, and a nice guitar solo from John as well. Could This Be the Way? Now this one sounds more like a demo, to be quite honest. It doesn't feel finished. It's good, but it doesn't feel like it's a finished article. Just like the next track, Big City Man. It sounds really basic, I think, but it's still got a good thing. The drum and bass on it is brilliant. What was the last track? I think this is good. It's just, I just understand why this stuff was recorded between 71 and 75 and they didn't put an album out. I don't know what was going on, but I like this, and I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 8 out of 10. But the number one is their debut from 1971, and it is Clear Blue Sky. John Sims, Mark Sheether and Ken Wright. First track is an epic 18 minutes and 20 seconds of Journey to the Inside of the Sun. Absolutely stunning. It's got a military rhythm to it. Very underrated. A forgotten classic this is. The vocal from John is wonderful. The guitar solos through it are excellent. It's just a brilliant piece of music, and I really like it. Okay, next up is You Mystify. Great track. It's bluesy, and the bass line from Mark is just absolutely top drawer. Tool of My Trade. It's got a very 60s guitar sound to it. It's really good. It's got a nice echo on it. Great bass line as well. My Heaven. There's a little bit of keyboard that comes through the whole of this traps. Ken's drumming is just absolutely brilliant. And then my second favourite track on here is Birdcatcher. Absolutely fanatic drumming from Ken. He's brilliant. He doesn't miss a beat. There's a lovely bit of flute on it, which really adds to this. Excellent track to end the album. I think this is one of them forgotten Prog's albums of the 70s. It's got a mixture of prog rock, bit of space rock. It's really, really good, and I've really enjoyed listening to this. Very underrated, and it's a great discovery. So I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 8.5. So there we go. A little bit of Clear Blue Sky. I didn't know much about these, but it's been one of my good finds of 2024. Okay, coming up next is a retro ranking, and this is, we're going to be looking at my favourite songs by Adam and the Ants, band that sort of goes back to my childhood. So join me for that later. Bye for now.